Hi, so nice to see you again today. How are you? Welcome to everybody who's new. So we're getting ready to start in about a minute, but the sun is shining bright today, this morning, and it's really a beautiful morning here in northern New Jersey, Montclair, New Jersey. So happy to see everybody. Welcome to Spring Forest Qigong every day. I'm Amy Romano, and I'm a certified trainer and a certified practice group leader. And I'm coming to you from Montclair, New Jersey, which is a town about 10 miles west of New York City in northern New Jersey. So it's so wonderful you are here. Welcome to everybody who is new to the practice. It's a beautiful practice and you really will love it. So thank you for joining us. And the one other thing I want to say is we're so blessed as a community to be able to practice Spring Forest Qigong all over the world. I really, really appreciate all your comments and everybody who checked in from wherever you are in the world. It's just so cool that we can all be together as this global community practicing this very beautiful ancient healing practice. So as I've been talking about during the week, Master Chunyi Lin is the creator of Spring Forest Qigong, and he created this method of Qigong. Qigong is practiced, there's thousands and thousands of different types of Qigong. So you may have seen other teachers online, and it's all beautiful. Master Lin has created this particular practice specifically for healing the body, the mind, and the spirit. So when we step into the practice together and we create this energy chi field around us, and it's throughout the whole world, it's like vibrates like waves and waves of loving, healing energy that not only heals ourselves, but our families, our pets, our friends, our neighbors, our communities, and beyond. So it goes all the way out like waves, like when you throw a stone into a glass looking lake that's very still, and you see the waves reverberating out, and just you don't see where it ends. So the same thing when we're practicing together, even if you're watching the video later, we're creating these waves and waves of higher vibration that everybody in the world benefits from. So I'm so happy to be able to do this with you. And I hope that you've been able to appreciate your connection and deepen your connection to the earth and the skies and nature all around you. I've been bringing leaves and clouds and different things that are meaningful and that I've noticed. So I hope in your area, wherever you are, whether you're enjoying the fall colors, or I got some text that people are seeing palm trees, and if you're near a body of water or if it's snowing near you, to really appreciate that and bring that into your energy field. So we're made of all the same exact elements as the natural world. And that's why we feel good when we experience the beauty and wonder of nature. And we can also appreciate nature when she's not so beautiful as well. We appreciate that, and we can see that as well. But we do resonate at a cellular level with nature. And that's why when we take a moment to really be aware of that around you, and I just have a couple of little plants in here, I have a little chrysanthemum, but just taking the time to be part of nature, whether you bring it into your home or you go out and see it, just sort of resonate with that. And Spring Forest Qigong is all about feeling it. So the more we practice, the more we begin to feel the energy, and the benefits are endless. So I mentioned as I started practicing Spring Forest Qigong, I had begun the practice because I had a terrible knee injury. And that's why I wanted to practice. But there were other subtle things that occurred as a result of the practice as well that I wasn't really focused on, which one of the things was my sleep improved. I wasn't waking up in the middle of the night anymore. And the emotions kind of leveled out. So like I said the other day when we were in the earth element, the worry, I had been a big worrier. I have 3 children and worried about every part of their lives. I just thought that's what people did. But as I began practicing Spring Forest Qigong, that worry kind of dissipated and I feel more confident with that. And I know that other people who practice Spring Forest Qigong have the same, they have the similar outcomes and benefits, and they feel that. So I encourage you to keep practicing. And Master Lin's mantra is good, better, best. So you don't have to be doing all 5 elements every day. You don't have to be practicing for 30 or 60 minutes every day. If you can, that's fabulous, and you will feel that. But even if you have a few minutes, maybe if you're driving in the car, have a few minutes to just kind of focus on nature, or if you have a few minutes in the shower, do some bouncing. There's always a place that Spring Forest Qigong can fit into your life. And I encourage you, the more you practice, you're building a bank, and you keep building every time you practice. So practice, 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 good, better, best, and feel it. So I remember when I first started practicing it, there wasn't as much of the feeling. I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about. But as I continued, I was like, oh, one day when I was doing one of the movements, I could feel the pressure between my hands. I was like, wait a second, is that real? And as I continued, it was more and more and more. So I'm excited that you will be able to feel that too. I'm sure those of you who have been practicing with us for a while do feel that, and that's why we keep coming back. So anyway, really cannot believe it's Friday. I'm just having so much fun with you. And but today will be my last day. And I'm so honored to have been able to share Spring Forest Qigong with you every day this week. And I'll be back again on January 9th, yay. But I'm pleased to introduce next week's leader, certified trainer and healer, Roxy Wright. So I look forward to practicing with you, Roxy. I know she's really accomplished and just a wonderful leader. So Roxy will be with you next week. And I mentioned the other day that I think yesterday that I'll be teaching Qi activation classes. So Qi activation is the first level of Spring Forest Qigong if you want to take a formal class. It begins next Wednesday. The link is in this post. And the second class begins on December 1st. So there are 3 classes that go along with it. We get together for a few hours each class. And so you can go on the Spring Forest Qigong website and find the details about the classes. So and read a little bit about me if you wanted to. So I also lead a Spring Forest Qigong practice group, and you are welcome to join. If you'd like to join, you can just message me. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the Qi activation class. So sometimes people say to me, well, I don't want to be a teacher. So the Qi activation class is necessary to complete if you wanted to teach, but many people take the class from all over the world to just really deepen their practice. So it's designed to bring you deeper into the understanding and the activation of your Qi. Yes, this is a beautiful everyday practice that we do a little bit each day, but in the class, you'll really understand what Qi is and how to activate it. And you'll also learn a very beautiful meditation called the small universe. So this particular meditation is one that Master Chun Lin practices every single day. So the small universe is the inner refinement of the yin part of Spring Forest Qigong. So the other day we're talking about yin and yang and how yin and yang has to be balanced, not only in nature, but in our bodies. And when yin and yang is balanced is when we feel well-being. And when yin and yang is not balanced is when we feel not well. We may have blockages and develop different illnesses and injuries. So when we practice the inner refinement, I know for me, for sure, practicing meditation in years before this was difficult. I'm not going to lie. It was very hard for me to sit and just meditate. I just couldn't do it. The beautiful thing about the small universe is you hear Master Lin's voice, and it's just very simple to follow along, and you can get into a very deep, quiet, still space, which is very, very balancing for the body. So when we practice the movements like we are going to today, the movement part of Spring Forest Qigong is really the yang expression. And because it's active, it's outward. And the inner refinement, or the yin practice of Spring Forest Qigong, is meditative, it's internal, it's still. So when we practice both the yin seated meditation, like the small universe, there are other meditations too, but you will learn the small universe in the level 1 class. And the yang element movements, the energy of the body, mind, and spirit becomes harmonious. And then we feel well-being. So, yeah, I hope to see some of you in class. That would be wonderful. And today I'm so delighted to practice connecting with your heart's energy. This movement is part of the element of water, which holds the kidney and the bladder systems. So I'm wearing, as you can see, the color of the water element, which is what I call midnight blue. It's like a dark, dark blue, black. Because thinking about it, such a yin, the kidneys are very yin organs, the most yin organs of the body. So they're deep, and it's dark and deep. So that's why the deep dark color, but it's a very healing color. And the positive emotion we'll focus on in this practice today is gratitude. So gratitude is such a powerful, transformative emotion. So that's why it's so wonderful that we're ending today with gratitude. So if you spend a few moments just thinking about what you're grateful for, I'm sure there's thousands and thousands of things that you can come up with. So expressing gratitude in your mind each and every day, all the things that we can be grateful for, transforms energy of fear. So fear is one of those deeper energies that can really interfere with our well-being. So when we're practicing this movement in gratitude, we're transforming fear. So let's begin our preparation for today's practice. So as we always begin in Spring Forest Qigong, the first thing we're going to do is bounce. So feet are about hip width. We're bending into the knees just a little. If you have any issues where you can't stand, you can sit and imagine you're doing this. You can lie down and imagine you're doing this. Your imagination is very, very powerful. So when we imagine, we're still getting benefit. But if you can stand and bounce, you can do that too. Just let your wrists go, your shoulders. And then we're going to start inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our mouth, just gently. You don't have to open your mouth wide. We're not blowing out. Everything we do in Spring Forest Qigong is very gentle. It's a very simple, gentle practice. but it's so powerful and deep. Thank you, Master Lin, for creating that aspect of it so we can all practice. And now we're going to raise our arms up overhead. We're just going to keep bouncing. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling gently through the mouth. Letting go of any excess energy that is built up that you don't need anymore. It's great to let that go. We don't want that causing imbalances in the body. Nothing is bad. It's just energy. But when we do this, we can release some that we don't need. Inhaling and exhaling through the mouth. So again, when we're in this position, and any position in Spring Forest Qigong, we want to keep our shoulders soft. So I have a tendency for my shoulders to come up like this. So you have to keep reminding yourself to soften your shoulders. And we're letting the hands just bounce on their own with the bounce of the knees. So we're not moving our wrists, we're just bouncing. And this is also great if your eyes are closed. So let's do that for a few breaths. Take one more breath. So if you cannot have your hands up like this, it's okay to have them here or to drop them and raise them. Good, better, best. Now we're going to go into our twist. My favorite of this preparation. So we can release energy that gets stuck in the spine, which is a major energy highway in the body, nourishing every part of the body, every organ, every system. So a lot of energy is going up and down the spine. So as we twist and breathe, we're able to loosen that up. We're able to nourish the spine and lubricate the spine. So we're not moving the arms, they're just sort of swinging on their own. I like when they tap against my body a little, but whatever feels good to you, good, better, best. Okay, and now we're going to start tapping and cupping the body. So the first spot we're going to start is here on the cheekbone. So this is called stomach 1. This is the first point of the stomach meridian, the stomach pathway. And the stomach pathway travels from your cheeks all the way down the front of the body, off the second toe. And so it's like a grounding wire. So when we tap here, we can help ground. So we tap 9 times. I'm not sure how many I was talking. So it's 9 is the number we use, a sacred number. Then we go to the bladder points. So the bladder helps ground the back of the body, goes down the back of the body. So let's tap here 9 times. And then we go to the top of the head. So many points that come in through the top of the head. So we want to just pat that, open that up 9 times, just gentle patting, no slapping or hitting. And then we tap the back of the head right here. Another very important area of the body. So go ahead and tap that. That brings clarity into the brain. It kind of clears out excess there. So that is really good for your sinuses and your nose and your throat. So tapping that gently. The next spot, let me just show you, is here. This bone right up here is called cervical 7. So we rub around that protruding bone right at the top of your spine, the base of the neck. That is a point that energy can get easily congested in that shoulder area. So we go around that 9 times, or you can go up and down, whatever you prefer, but we're opening up a little bit in that area. Good. C7. And now we're going to tap the elbow crease of the arms, opening up the arms. And the other arm, we start on the left and then go to the right. Left armpit, start of the heart meridian. And the right. And now we're going to tap our hip bones. So we're going to make a little fist with our knuckles sticking out. We're going to tap behind the bones on the glute muscle there. And then we're going to move to the knees. So let me back up a little. Just we're going to cut the top of the knees. And then the backs of the knees. We have a lot of energy points there. And the left knee, we're going to cup the sides. And the right. Great. And then as we stand, we're going to come into our beginning of the universe in our song position with our feet hip width, our toes are a little gripping, knees are a little bent, elbows out, hands are open, fingers open, chin is tucked in, tongue rests on the roof of the mouth right behind the two front teeth. Eyes are closed, and we put a smile on our face to start our internal love engine. Come into the quietness here of the song position. You're like a pine tree, sturdy yet flexible. This is a relaxation pose in Qigong. And bring forward your intention. What do you want to accomplish in your practice today? What do you need help with? Bring that forward. And then we're going to call forth our master's energy for loving support. So your master can be any energy that is very refined, more powerful than yours. It can be God. It can be in anything in nature. It can be a loved one. Anything you really honor and feel is a very refined kind of energy. That's your master's energy. Bring that in. Dear Master, please help me in my practice today. And now, we're going to start focusing on a soft light in our lower dantian, which is located right behind the navel. And we're going to bring our hands together in prayer pose. The thumbs are right near our chest. Our fingertips, there's some pressure there, more gentle in the palm area, soft in the shoulders. On an inhale, connecting with your heart's energy, we're going to inhale forward and just into a gentle bow. You don't have to go deep. We're expanding our heart with kindness, love, and gratitude. Think of the word gratitude, and then exhale and stand. Think of things or experiences, inhale down, that you have gratitude for. Exhale, stand. That's the whole movement. Just a gentle bow. Inhaling midnight blue right through your skin with the word gratitude, collecting in the lower dantian, keeping our mouths closed, just breathing through the nose here. And every time we exhale, we imagine anything our body doesn't need, just coming out as smoke or butterflies, and just floating off to the universe, nourishing our kidneys. Inhale, midnight blue with gratitude. Exhaling, smoke or butterflies to the ends of the universe. Nourishing our kidneys, our bladder, all of our organs and systems. We have such deep gratitude for everything they do for our body. Coming to the end of this movement here, we're going to come to a standing position. Let's honor our master's energy for helping us today in our practice. Let's honor the teachings of Spring Forest Qigong, Master Lin. And let's honor each other and the teachers with one more bow. Just drop your hands down to the side now. We're just going to imagine the light that we cultivated in our lower dantian starting to spin faster and faster, getting brighter and brighter and tinier and tinier. And it's spinning in your mind's eye. You can see that right near your lower dantian until it's the size of a tiny energy pill that we tuck deep inside, deep behind our navel. And that's your chi, and that's your energy that you cultivated, we cultivated today. So let's do some of the soothing exercises. So we're going to rub our hands together with our fingers open so we can activate all those meridians, the systems in the fingers. We're going to draw 3 hearts on our face with 3 gentle breaths, starting at our cheekbones and going up the bridge of the nose to the hairline and around. Nice 3 soft breaths. And then we're going to take our fingertips and run it right through our hair. You've cultivated so much beautiful chi between and in your hands. We're going to deliver that chi right into our head and our brain. And then we're going to pat it in. Gentle patting from the front to the back here. The vibration going all the way down into the body, all the way to your toes. And now we're going to rub our ears. You might feel your ears warm. That's all the chi that is collected. Your ears are a small microcosm of your whole body. So when you rub them with your chi fingers, you're helping your whole body. Good. And pull on your earlobes for longevity. So now we're going to pat down the front of the body 3 times. And then we're going to lace our fingers together and we're just going to go around the lower dantian here, nourishing all of our intestines. We're going clockwise. Our kidneys, our adrenal glands, our reproductive organs, our spine. It's a very soothing exercise. Can be done on its own anytime. Now we're going to move to the arms. So let's start with the left arm. This is the yin arm of the body, and on the inside, which is the inside. So we're going to go from shoulder to wrist, inside, and then flip it to the yang side of the arm, shoulder to wrist, 3 times. And then switch sides to the right side, 3 times, inside, outside. Inside, yang side, inside, yang side. Good. Let's go to our left armpit. We're going to start at the heart, the beginning of the heart meridian, and pat that chi right down the spleen meridian here to the waist 3 times. Good. And then the other side. Good. Now we're going to pat our kidneys. Working with the kidneys today right here. 9 times. Hold that energy there over the kidneys. Let it sink in. Rub your kidneys with your fingertips and the backs of the hands. And now we're going to tap the sacrum. And the low back to the tailbone. This is always something you can do during the day to make your little tappers for the hip joints and the knees, backs of the knees, left knee, and right knee. It's been so wonderful to be here with you today and this whole entire week. And I look forward to seeing you again soon, either in class or the next time we meet in Spring Forest Qigong every day. So peace and blessings to everybody. I enjoyed being with you. Thank you very much.